Hello everyone, I'm back with a case video for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This case is from Caseology and is the Athlex case for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It comes only in the color black. You can pick it up on Amazon for $14.99, right there, $14.99. And it is a Caseology Athlex case. There's some photos of it there. It has this, sort of internal kind of shock absorbing little circle thing there in the middle of the case that helps with the shock absorption. It's compatible again with the S24 Ultra, and it only comes in black. So if you want something with colors, then maybe it's not the case for you. It also is it's got a nice design. It's very grippy. It's got a nice texture to it. If you want something really grippy but not too bulky, this is probably a good case to get. And yeah, simple yet effective as it is put on there. It has a drop protection of 4 feet, 48 inches. And so it's supposed to protect your phone from, I guess a pocket drop, if you will, if you have your phone in your pocket and you happen to drop it out of your pocket there. $14.99. So let's check it out. Caseology, kind of cardboard box here. And recycled paper, so you want to recycle that if you can. And here you go. Very typical packaging here. You get the case itself, and you have some wipes and a little microfiber cleaning cloth in there. So that's kind of a nice little touch. You can check out more of their cases at caseologycases.com, I suppose. And so here it is. It's very flexible. It's not going to be a really rigid case. It is extremely grippy, and it has this nice sort of very grippy material here. This portion is a little flatter, a little harder, but not too big of a deal. What I do like about it is it covers a good portion of the camera section, and it has the circle for the drop protection. This is not exactly, it can be a little flimsy. This portion here is very thin, as is this portion. It does flex quite a bit, but we'll see how it fits on the phone. Again, it's a case that's not going to add a lot of bulk. So in a 4-foot drop, it's not really going to protect it from like a head height drop, but it'll get some protection there. It's mostly to kind of keep the phone bulky. I mean, less bulky, not to keep it bulky, less bulky, and to really offer some good grip. And I think in that way, it kind of helps prevent dropping the phone itself. So, and it keeps the phone, it's not really a one-handed phone, but it keeps the phone somewhat one-handed a little bit if you are inclined to use it with one hand. Because of the grippiness of it, it helps with that. And it doesn't add to the bulk too much, okay? So cutouts there work fine. The S Pen is easily accessible. Just pulls right out. The portion for the charger, speakers and microphones are fine. Everything is really well designed, and it is perfect in terms of like the fit. See, the camera cutouts are perfectly right around the camera section there. It's nice. And the also has the power up and down button, power button and the up and down volume buttons. They're a little flatter here, so in some ways you can kind of feel a little less grip here. So that's it's easily identifiable in terms of where the volume button is and where the power buttons are. Again, it's going to add a little bit of not too much bulk, but a lot of grip. It has this sort of flat kind of ridge here in the middle, and I guess that would be maybe to give it some absorption, drop absorption. It does have some Caseology branding. You can see there, it says Caseology on the side there, but it's very subtle. It has a little Caseology symbol there in the back. So it's not one of these cases that's going to like really be gaudy in terms of branding and look kind of ugly in that way. I'm not really a big fan of that. The lid protection is much better on the top and the bottom than it is on the sides. So, and I've noticed that with most of the cases so far, is the lid protection on the edges of the phone are not quite as good. I guess because of the curved display last year, I felt that the lid protection was much better for many of the cases on the S23 Ultra, which I did have for a few months, about 6 months or so, before I sold it and got the Z Fold 5. the lip protection here is a little bit higher up. So, you know, you can put it down flat. It's not going to touch the screen, obviously, but it will, it doesn't have a lot of lip protection, particularly on the sides. And I do notice it's a little kind of flimsy-ish right here. So if you pull it out of your pocket or something, you know, you could get maybe some dust and what have you in there. So just keep in mind, it's a very thin and relatively cheap phone, case, excuse me. Now, not a cheap phone, that's for sure. Unless you do a trade-in. We'll talk about that later, though, in another video. The other thing is these are usually about $9 or $10. So I'm kind of surprised that this one was 15, maybe because it's a little bit bigger. Usually there's a big difference between this case and the Nano Pop case, but I noticed this year, and I'll have a Nano Pop case in another video, the Nano Pop case is only like a few dollars more for this phone, whereas usually it's twice the price of this case. Like for the Pixel 8 Pro, I got the same case, the Athlex case, and it's, you know, very similar gripability, very similar in terms of the feel of it, but this is only $10, and this one for some reason is 15. The Nano Pop is like 20 for this case and for this phone, and this one is only 17. So I'm not sure why they increased the price. Maybe the phone is not that much bigger, so I'm not sure why it would be $5 more, but it is what it is. Anyhow, okay, so that's pretty much it. It's a good case if you want something really grippy and that does not add too much bulk. I would say it's probably one of the best cases you can get for that exact purpose. I want something grippy. I don't want to add a lot of bulk to it because it's already a pretty hefty phone. But I don't want to drop it, and the gripability, if that's a word, is going to help with, you know, not dropping it so much. So that's actually really the main feature of this. It's cheap, light, thin, gives you a lot of grip, which will help prevent drops. And it's a solid deal for $15. Okay, so that's the Caseology Galaxy S24 Ultra Athlex case. Hope you're well, hope your family's well, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.